Hello everyone, and welcome to Orange University. On tonight's episode, we're gonna try a new version of 4-color control. And guess what? There's 4 colors in this deck, and there's 4 Jeskai Revelation in this deck. That's right, there's 4 of them, and that means we will never run out of advantage. Not just card advantage, we get to bounce the spell, so it's a pseudo counter. We get to deal 4 damage, so removal. We get 2/1/1, so we get tempo. We draw 2 cards, so we get card advantage, and we gain 4 life, so we're at the maybe not life advantage, but at least we don't die as quickly. So that Jeskai Revelation will help us win. That's the idea of this whole deck. But we can actually back that up with a lot of, stall. We got Lightning Helix and Inevitable Defeat to make sure that we can blow up our opponent's board if we need to, or, individual creatures. We got Day of Judgments and 1 Ultima, just to make sure that we can do a big board wipe. We got a little bit of right and, some removal here or there. We got Beza to kind of stop a very wide board so that we can temporarily last. We got card draws and consult and stock up. We got High Noon to stop all those combo decks. And we got a little bit of Spell Pierce just in case. We gotta have a faster interaction if our opponent's stopping our Jeskai Revelation or stopping our Ultima or Day of Judgments and things like that. So, a very insane 4-color control deck that seems like it has nothing, but actually got a lot going for it. So, let's talk about the deck list, and I don't want to talk about it in terms of the mana base, because the mana base is probably the hardest thing to kind of discuss in terms of the curve, right? If you look at this curve, it looks real awkward. But what's going on in this deck a lot of time is just stalling until we can get to our 6, 7, 8 mana plays. And so with that, a lot of it is about how we interact with our opponent. So early game interaction, we got 4 Lightning Helix, 1 Right End, and these are our early game interactions against our opponent's creatures. Now, you might think, hey, that's not good enough to interact with a lot of creatures, right? Well, we really only need to stop them for a little bit until we get to the mass interactions. The mass interactions that we have is 4 Day of Judgment and 1 Ultima. So these are our mass interactions. But to back that up, if we can't draw them fast enough, we still have Inevitable Defeat as a single target interaction for 4 mana that removes something but also swings 6 life total difference, right? Our opponent loses 3 life, which I don't really care too much about. Us gaining 3 life, we need that to not die. So Helix plus Inevitable Defeat, all of this is a lot of life that we can gain on our end. We also have High Noon, which I would say still is a single target removal, because even though if we play early as a 2 mana play, which doesn't do much, for 5 mana we can deal 5 damage to a permanent, to any target. So a lot of times that could remove a big threat, like maybe a Kaito, or I don't know, if our opponent plays a Beza, right? High Noon can shoot that down. So this is our single target removal, which we have a lot of, which is pretty good. And then we have our counter spells. We got 2 Spell Pierce and 2 Negates. We got to be able to have some counter spell to counter mainly our opponent's counter spell, or our opponent's interaction pieces to our big board wipe or our big plays. And then we have our card draws. So we have 4 Consult the Star Charts and 4 Stocks Up. These are crazy card draws. Blue has just exploded in card advantage in recent sets. This is from, Edge of Eternity, and this is our Aether Drift. These are pretty recent sets, I would say, and they give us so much cards. Every one of these is a give us 2 cards for 1, and the 2 cards that we get is not just top 2 or draw 2 cards, right? This is almost a tutor. Stock up is not so much. 5 mana or 3 mana for top 5 and get 2 cards, which is already really good. Consult the Star Chart is 4 mana for top a lot. And oh boy, is that a good card. Alright, and then we have Jeskai Revelation, which is sort of the end game of the deck. I also have 1 Beza. I don't know where to put this because it's technically not an interaction or a card draw, but I'll put this in the fight against wide board kind of effect, right? Beza gain life, but if our opponent has a wide board and we have Day of Judgment, Beza also can serve as a temporary stopper to gain us 4 life and get some fish on the board to block. So yeah, this is what the actual curve will look like. Well, kind of like this. Essentially, early game, we want to have interactions. Then we want to have big board wipes. And after that, we want to have a lot of card draws. And after we draw our cards, we have backups with some counter spells. And after all of that, when we have everything set up, we do the Jeskai Revelation to win game. And This is a 4-color deck, so we're going to have 4-color mana base, and that's going to look real awkward. So we're going to have 4 Archive and 4 Floodfarm Verge for blue-white. We don't need that many black, because the only black mana is the Inevitable Defeat, so we got 2 Godless Shrine for that, but not really necessary. The red mana is where we had to slot in for Helix and Revelation. So we got 1 Watery Grave also for black. I forgot to talk about that. And then we have 4 Sacred Foundry and 2 Sunbillow Verge for red-white. 3 Riverpyre Verge and 1 Thundering Fall for red-blue. And then we have 1 Plains, 1 Mountain for our white and red, in case our opponent, tries to Demolition Field us or something. And we have 4 Starting Town, but we don't have 1 island. Instead of an island, we're running 1 Mistrise Village. Guess what? Against a control deck, having a Mistrise Village will be insane, because now we can make our Jeskai Revelation uncounterable. And uncounterable Revelation is hands down win game kind of card. So that's why it's in the deck, and that makes this whole deck really well teched against the current metagame. Against aggro, against control, we got our answers. Against, combo, we also have our answers. So we can stop pretty much anything in their track. So let's see how well this deck actually do in the metagame. Let's go into the standard. Alright, our opponent is Wing Paragon. He is the ambitious. Alright, we are to go first though. So I'll take 2. I go first and I have stock up. I can drop the Archive because it always comes to play tapped. I can drop that land because I already have 4 lands in hand. Everything is coming up Lenny. Uh-oh. Never mind. Spyglass Siren. Might be a scary deck. So do we stop the Siren? I guess that's the question, right? Do we stop the Siren? Or do we High Noon so I can only play 1 spell a turn? I think we try to stop the Siren. Throwing down High Noon right here doesn't do much of anything. Okay. See? We need to stop that from happening. And now we can stock. We get to look at our hand, which I don't like, but it is what it is. But then we get to stock up. It's pretty important to stock up here. And then we gotta fight Kaito. That's not gonna be easy. Oh boy, these are some bad cards, huh? They want another High Noon? I definitely don't want another land. Just 2 High Noons here. Let's use that to shoot our opponent. He's gonna use the map. That's real good for. Well, he drew a land, so that's less good for me. If he didn't draw a land there, that would have been real good for us. Lazov. Yikes! All right, what does it do? Exile target card from a graveyard, then investigate. Whenever you sack a clue, then it becomes something. All right, I don't want to see any of that going on. Do I want to play this though? This gives me red and blue. I get 1 white and 1 blue. Yes. I don't know if I want to High Noon him right now. I guess I do. I could Day of Judgment, but I don't think I want to. I also don't want him to get a clue here, so let's Helix it, see what he wants to do. He didn't want to do anything, so that's good for me. And now I'm out of cards. Yeah. That is a thing. Here's Kaito.
Your tech is way. The housewarming. I've got you beat 6 different ways.
And he's got hexproof on that Kaito. Oh boy. Yeah, we trade our High Noon for the Kaito. 7 mana.
There's gotta be another way out.
Ah, he's unloading a bunch of cards. Any more? Bitter Triumph. I don't care about that. Neither does he. Alright, so I guess we're gonna have to do this. First, we ask him to dodge. There's 3 creatures on board. I don't think I can get better than that. And not high noon him. You can only play 1 spell a turn. The hell is this? Vincent. Alright. I don't have creatures that die. But I will have stock-ups. It's tapping all of my white mana for some reason. Why? Let's tap it like this. I don't know what else I would need. These are all pretty bad cards, huh? We're gonna have to take some damage from Vincent, but that's... I don't think that's the end of the world. Definitely want Day of Judgment. Do I want Mistrise Village just so that I can play? I don't have a mountain, so it's gonna come into play tapped. Mountain or forest, right? I don't have either of those. So maybe it's just Verge here. They can really only play 1 spell. So whenever it attacks, it transforms. And whenever it dies, return to the battlefield tapped. That's pretty annoying. Preacher. Well, I could let this go first. He's not going to do anything else, so now we can kick. Can we get an ultimate, please? Right, and it's not bad. Do I want another high noon though? Do they have non-creature spell that I want to spell Pierce? I could just take a negate then, right? I think we take those. Yeah, I think we take those. Ooh, Revelation. That's a way better card, but they got 2 mana, so I think what I want to do is stock up. Or maybe I Day of Judgment. He has more life, so he'll draw cards. I don't want that to happen. So it's going to return face up. Let's do this. Wonder if he's going to attack with the Soulstone Sanctuary, or is he just going to pass with the attack? I think he just wants to pass with an attack. We'll try to exile it. It happened. It went through. So now he wants to play something. Like Kaito.
Don't worry, Pom-Pom-chan. I've got this. Never.
Well, I don't have a negate, but I could just sack to this. Shoot it off.
Ah, fine. I'll make a new plan.
If he activates a Soulstone, that's actually pretty good for me. Because now I have Revelation. The question is, what do I do, right? I can return a spell and deal 4. Return a spell or permanent, so I could do that. Does he have a counter spell? I mean, if he has a counter spell, I get God, right? So return. I'll return your land, 4 damage to you. I didn't draw a land, but I got 2 on 1, so I'll take it. He's taking a lot of damage. And now, his defeat is inevitable. We will stalk. Take a Helix, and do we still take lands now? I think we take lands now. I want to play land. Curiosity. Okay. Let's kill that. Helix it. No curiosity for you. You can have it back though, you know. I don't really care about that too much. Did I have a non-creature spell? Shoot the sheriff. I don't know if I protect this. You got it. I'll cast Consult right now. See what he has for his last. Shoot the sheriff, okay. I get to Consult again. And I want more Revelation. Alright, he's got 2 spells. He's got 1 spell. Let's Consult. Those are some good cards. I'll take a Consult and I'll take... Let's just keep taking those Revelations. And I'll defeat your Enduring Curiosity. What would you say? What do you have to say about that? You let it get defeated? He's at 9. Oh, and it's GG. We got through all that Demir nonsense. Alright, our opponent is the notorious LKC. We go first with no card draws. That seems pretty bad. Pretty bad, I would say. All we got is a Helix. I don't know if we go... We are going first, so if I mulligan, I go down a card. It's really scary to go down a card. But I get nothing going on here. Oh man, am I greedy enough to keep this? Dude. Alright, you know what? Let's go greedy. If I lose, it's because I was greedy. I was too greedy. I was oh too greedy. I might have to Helix something right here. I gotta counter a case too. Healer Hawk. Okay, you can leave that life. I don't care about that. Halia. We'll kill that first so he doesn't get it. Oh, we drew a land. Oh, thank God. Do I still Consult though? A Johnny, huh? I kind of have to Consult now. He's not attacking with it. Yeah, there you go. That's the right play. Am I going to be able to draw a land? That's the question. I don't die, right? With the stock up? Because Mistrise... Oh, actually, no. This is fine. Get out of dodge. I forgot that how Sacred Foundry is a mountain. So, here we go. Linden. You can have your Linden. Another Johnny. Did we let this happen? I think we just let this happen, right? We want our Day of Judgment to hit 2 creatures anyways. There we go. Maybe now he plays the white Leyline. I can't even spell pierce it. It's a dead card. Oh. I mean, sure. That happened. Alright, Consult is going to be a pretty useful card right now. He has blue in his deck. Yo, what? What's going on? Stock up? No lands after all this. Okay, well, we'll take another defeat. You can't counter it. Let's pay the stock. I think we just take lands now, right? We'll play High Noon. It doesn't do anything right now, but it is 5 damage at some point. He did not play anything. I'm not gonna play the Revelation if he doesn't play anything. He probably has a counter spell. Let's get your tap. Once I use the Mistrise Village on the Revelation, that's game over no matter what. So yeah, we were greedy in the beginning, but it paid off. Would he have a flash speed creature? No, it's fine. Even if he were to have flash speed creatures, I think it's fine. Okay, he didn't want to do anything. Then I won't do anything. We'll go to end turn. So, the next spell I play cannot be countered. I'll bounce this. 4 damage to you. Jeskai Revelation. I can't counter that, and then draw some cards. I'm down to 33 cards, huh? Not a lot of cards left. He's just gonna take these damage. Leyline of Hope. You can have that. I'll blow it up. Oh, GG. Yeah, this is just a lockout, so... Good on our opponent to stay that long, but he wasn't gonna win. Alright, our opponent is Jeskai. Jeppy. We get to go first. Well, okay, we got Day of Judgment. Going first is fine. Maybe. Hopefully. Please don't punish me. Yeah, too many lands. Are they aggro? They're thinking for a while, and then land were elf. Okay. So, not aggro, but aggro enough, I would say. Quite the scary start. Okay. So basically aggro, right? We gotta take a lot. So we'll stock. Stock up here for Spell Pierce? I don't know. Do I need more lands? I shouldn't turn down more lands. But I'd probably take a Spell Pierce. I do want another stock up. I have a Console in hand, but it'll only last so long. And Spell Pierce against their deck, I don't know if that's gonna exactly hit. Take a stock up. You usually want to stock up in the stock ups. Is it the Sky Noodle time? Or, they're not noodles, it's a dragon. It's probably the Sky Dragon type. No, Beast Binder, okay. Yeah, Innkeeper's Talon's annoying. But, at least we got an answer to this board right here. Just do it. Don't get too greedy. Blow up the board when you can. We still got an Ultima. Surak. Alright, he's gonna get warded. A warded up Surak is scary. We're gonna take a lot, huh? Helix might be useful. I am getting my way to the Revelation. right? I have 6 mana. I just need to draw 1. I'm pretty sure I will be able to draw 1. Maybe it's just to take the Day of Judgment here. And do I High Noon him? That's a lot of damage. Can't stop that from happening. And I gotta pay 2 more just a Day of Judgment. But at least I have a Helix to protect me for 1 turn. And then I have Jeskai Revelation, so... Beastbinder. He does have another play, right? Genomorph? Okay, let's see where he puts the +1 counters. Get rid of that. Don't want to see that. I think we just Revelation. Return 4 damage. Draw 2 cards. Not a bad turn. Turn everything around. Genomorph again. Innkeeper's Talent. Probably level it up. Inevitable defeat. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so I could defeat the Genomorph. Which means I can just do it this way. I'll take a Helix. Do I take a Negate though? Or take a land here? Let me take a land. But I don't think I attack into a 2/4. Alright, he's gonna have a lot of talent. But that's a-okay with me. You can have all the talent in the world. We'll defeat it. Can't be countered. Ward 1. Oh no. Defeated. Now what? Another Genomorph. Alright, this was post-combat, so I don't care too much about the second Genomorph. Let's get rid of it with a Helix. Before he gets any protection spells going. Take a lot. I don't think I High Noon him here, right? Because it kind of locks me out more than it locks him out. If he plays if he plays a creature, I can just shoot it down with the High Noon. But I should have played it first. Whoops. Oh no, GG. Good game. Get controlled. Alright, our opponent is the Grizzly for real. For real? For real, for real? I want to go first. Dude, I have 1 spell pierce in the deck? Maybe. Yeah, I think I have 1. It's always in the opening hand. And I'm always going second, so it's a dead card. Well, okay. I was a little bit tilted. I should not have kept his hand. Actually, it doesn't do anything. So I guess we'll play through it. If you're watching this video, that means I actually won, which is insane. No, I'm just kidding. Okay, no. What the hell? Rip. That's fine. Rip does nothing for me. Do I let them consult? I mean, it just dropped one card, right? It's fine. He's just trading his one card for one card. Probably a land, though. Yeah, I want to be able to spell pierce next turn. So the question was to play the plains or play this land. And I don't think I'm just going to fling this out. Okay. The Shana. Good target for me. Beza. Beza's quite annoying. Not gonna lie here. Do we Day of Judgment to Beza? I mean, how often is he gonna get creatures out, right? He has the tempo advantage. Not anymore. Now I have the tempo advantage. I suggest we use that. Draw 2 cards. Stock up and Verge. I need this Verge for Helix in case he wants to attack with the Restless Anchorage. But if he doesn't do it, then I have more time to stock up. We don't need all that mana. Alright, so later this happens, so we're gonna take a Negate. And do we take a High Noon or do I take more lands? Take a High Noon here. It is gonna take him some time to get through this, but I still think I High Noon him just so that it's harder for him to play through the spells. Alright. Now I don't have to worry about as much, but the Fountain Pour is definitely the most annoying part. Let's go make another fish. I did not put the land in the back, did I? No, I did not. Okay. Well, Helix one of them. See how he reacts. If he sacks it to a Fountain Pour, he will have 3 mana only. Do I want to inevitable defeat it? He does have a demo field though. We'll break this 1/1. Does he want to sack that too? He doesn't. Okay. That's a really annoying part, huh? He's not doing... Oh, well, if he does this, right? We will bounce this. Well, actually, do I want to deal 4 damage to him? Well, let him have this 1, so I can bounce his land. 4 damage to this fish. And yeah, we'll play like this. I'll stop here soon. So now I have the 1/1s. Day of Judgment. He taps his Fountain Port for Day of Judgment. That's a whoops. Okay, so I think we're gonna consult here. Do I play the land first? I think I play the land first. Gets me deeper. Did not give me deep enough to the card that I want. Just take 2 stock ups. I don't think I need a Helix. Yeah, I guess I'll just take 2 stock ups. And I'll stock up. I still have 3 mana, so if he wants to counter something, he could. Take another consult. Take a defeat. I do want to have lands for next turn. Do I need another defeat? Let's take a defeat. Anti-control decks are very hard to fight, honestly. This is not too bad, to be honest. I'll take this damage all day. He taps himself out for a lot. And I barely took damage. So I think that's a win for me. Alright, well, Sacred Foundry here. Oh, okay. I think we Sacred Foundry here. And then we'll stock up. Finally another Revelation, and then the Mistrise. Those are the cards I want. I'm gonna have to discard a card though. Do I pop his Rest in Peace? No, I think I just discard the Day of Judgment here. Won't be that much useful. Nothing. I'm gonna consult. Yeah, the demo feel is kind of what's scary. I guess I could sort of push through with the Revelations if he wants to tap out. I gotta discard a card. Fight through the negates. Does he have more counter spells? Unless I pay 2. I'll pay the 2. You want to do it again? He probably has more, right? Another 3-step, yeah. So he just sling the counter spells. I'm okay with that, because that's all of his turn. He's not gonna do it again. With the high noon out, so he's stuck on just playing one thing, and I can counter that one thing. Yeah, that's pretty good. Beza. Can't counter that one thing. He Gains life, but he doesn't draw cards. Do I want to stop this Beza? Let's defeat the Beza. Alright, so he could play a spell, and I can't stop that spell. So what I should do, if I just attack here, I will lose the Revelation. So instead, what I want to do is Mistrise and make my Revelation uncounterable. Now let's bounce something again. Let's bounce this land. Deal 4 damage to you. I draw 2 more cards. Alright, might be able to get him with the high noons. Sack token to draw. Seam Rip. I'll negate it. Good game. That's all he can play. Is he gonna... Is he gonna leave now? Are we finally done? What does he have? He's just gonna sit here? You good game me. Leave. Oh man. This Grizzly for real guy is a piece of work. Kinda sad. Like, we had a good game, right? We had a good back and forth. Everything was good until this point. And now he's gonna make me do the rope. Alright, well, I'm not gonna make you sit through that, so I'm gonna leave and come back. Alright, I think that was all the ropes, and our opponent exploded. Yeah, we had to wait for all of that, you filthy loser. Well, GG anyways. This is how you beat control. You lock them down, and you wear out their patience. Ha! Who's the control now? Welcome back, everyone. Now that you see all those standard control games, how does this deck feel? 4-color control? It is massive, massive, big brain deck, I would say. It has got massive chutzpah to play 4-color in standard, but we are able to pull that off, right? This deck actually, we stopped all of our opponent. We beat all of our opponent pretty handily because of all the control elements this deck is able to pull out. Now, we did get lucky in that most of our opponent are creature-heavy decks in most of the games, but that last game, anti-control, we were able to pull it out because of High Noon. High Noon is such a good card. So many people forget about the second part of High Noon, and they just think it's oh, you know, you can't play more than one spell like a rule of law, but it's not that, right? It's a little bit of that, and it's 5 damage. So we just get anywhere with the Revelations with the little monk token that has prowess. All of a sudden, our opponent's at 10, and 2 High Noon will pop him from, you know, reality. And that, with this deck, with the amount of lands we draw in this deck, it's very easy to do, and this deck is incredibly strong in doing that. And I really love what we were able to kind of pull off today. It is amazing how we can have a 4-color, not a combo, not a domain deck, but actually a control deck that has all the counter spells that it needs, has all the card draws it needs, has all the board wipes it needs, and still has all the removal that it needs. And that's insane. And you know, with the way WotC has been pumping out all these power level and cranking out all the faster cards that 1-drops and 2-drops that just wins games on their own, it's really fun and interesting to see a 4-color control deck with a 7-drop that got us so many wins. And that's what makes me happy about this deck. And that's all I got for you today. Thank you very much for joining me, and I will see you guys next time.